Well, greetings. Welcome. I just arrived. It was a long flight. I hope you can see me. My tech elf is out sick. Welcome to Santa's studio. Can you see that okay? Santa's studio is where I normally broadcast live on Saturdays. Saturdays at 10 o'clock Pacific time, I broadcast live. But I'm starting a new series called Santa Reads. I'm reading many children's Christmas stories. And I'm posting them on my Santa's YouTube channel. Santa Jeff Claus is what you can search on. Santa Jeff Claus. And I'll be reading various Christmas stories. I've read 4 or 5 already. I'm going to read another one right now. I love the illustrations on this. It's called Cookies for Santa. Cookies for Santa. The illustrations are by Joanna Tarkala. I wrote to her and she said that she used a computer to help her draw these pictures in this book. Well, this is a wonderful story. All of you know that Santa loves his cookies, don't you? And one of my most frequently asked questions is, Santa, what's your favorite cookie? And my favorite cookie is whichever cookie you leave for Santa on Christmas night. That's true. Chocolate chip, whatever you want to leave for Santa. Here we go. Today's the day Santa makes gifts to give to his Christmas family. Mrs. Claus, the reindeer, and all of the elves in his workshop receive gifts from Santa. He wants to show them how much he cares. It's the week before Christmas, and it's a very busy week at the North Pole, especially in Santa's workshop. Everyone at the North Pole is getting ready for the big day. Santa is getting ready too. Now, can you see this? Reindeer looking in at Santa. And if you look off to the side, you'll see elves have a box that says, donate. I think they're giving things away. Every year, Santa bakes dozens of his favorite cookies. There's one specific favorite cookie. It's a very famous family recipe, and he gives them away to everyone as gifts. They're a deep, dark chocolate cookie with a snow white exterior. They're called crinkle cookies. When Santa was little, his father made these cookies. And when his father was little, his father made these cookies too. It's a family tradition. Do you have family traditions related to holidays? We just finished Thanksgiving. And look at Santa. He's looking at all of the photos on the wall of his family. A family tradition Santa making cookies, his favorite cookie, called crinkle cookies. Let's see if I can turn the page with these gloves on. Well, Santa goes into his library. He has some cooking books in his kitchen. It's time to gather all of the ingredients. The secret family recipe is kept in the old Kringle family cookbook. But Santa can't find the book anywhere. If Santa can't find the cookbook, he won't have the recipe, and then he can't make the cookies and give gifts. If he can't make the cookies, everyone will be terribly disappointed. Do you see him looking? He's looking, looking, looking. Even the reindeer are helping him look, huh? Meanwhile, in a town called Boston, Abigail and William are enjoying winter vacation. Every year they go holiday shopping with their mom. There's a lot of shopping to do. Can we please go to the library? Asks Abigail. Just for a few minutes, says their mom. We aren't finished with our shopping yet. See them? There's the library at the end of the street. In the library, William heads straight to the picture books, while Abigail wanders over to her favorite corner, the cookbook section. She loves to look at pictures of beautiful pastries, towering cakes, and colorful cookies of all types. Today she notices a book that she's never seen before. It's old and dusty and brown. She decides to check it out and bring it home. At home, Abigail opens the well-worn book. Look at this, she says. Here's a recipe for snow pudding, and here's one for something called sleigh pie. You always bring the boring books home, her little brother William says, disappointed. You see Abigail and William? There she is, taking the book off the shelf. Mom, can we make something? Abigail asks. Maybe this one. Her mom looks at the recipe. I don't think this is a real recipe. I don't even think it's a real cookbook. Abby, elfin chocolate? A bowl carved from a Christmas tree? Please, Abigail begs. It's just make-believe. Come on, dinner is ready. Back in the North Pole, Santa is getting worried. If I can't find my family recipe, whatever am I going to give to everyone, he sighs. The elves, the reindeer, Mrs. Claus, they will think that I don't care if I don't give them my special cookies. Santa tries to make the recipe from his memory. In the kitchen, he adds a little of this and a little of that, and he mixes them together in a bowl. Do I use elfin chocolate? Or do I use the bark of a Christmas tree? Or essence of ornament? Santa puts his concoction mixture onto a baking pan and he puts them into his oven. He closes his eyes and crosses his fingers for good luck. You see, there's Abby talking to Mama. There's Santa worrying. Santa's putting the cookies into the into the oven. I wonder what will happen. Do you always use a recipe when you cook and bake? Or do you just kind of try to do it from your memory? Well, Santa carefully pulls the cookies out of the oven. They do not look right, and they smell terrible. He takes a bite anyway. Oh, yuck, Santa sighs. Santa, where are you? Santa hears Mrs. Claus calling him from the living room. Santa doesn't have time to try making more cookies. He has to start their annual Christmas countdown TV show. Families around the world are going to be waiting. Come on! The show is about to start, Abigail calls to her family. William rushes toward the TV. You see, Santa doesn't seem at all pleased, does he? Whatever will Santa say during the TV show? Here they are, Mr. and Mrs. Claus. You see them? Merry Christmas, Mrs. Claus says cheerfully. We're live from the North Pole. We're here to talk to you all about Christmas. The toys, the reindeer, the sleigh ride route, cheers Mrs. Claus. There's a long pause. Mrs. Claus looks at Santa. Santa doesn't look very happy at all. Are you okay, Mrs. Claus asks Santa. Mrs. Claus, I'm not feeling jolly at all. I lost my Kringle family cookbook with the crinkle cookie recipe. How can I bring Christmas presents to all the boys and the girls if I can't even give presents to my own family? What? The cookbook is missing? Mrs. Claus is shocked. Yes, Christmas might as well be canceled. Santa looked like he just might cry. We certainly don't want an unhappy Santa, do we? But worse, unhappy workers and elves at the North Pole. The screen in Abigail and William's home goes blank. Oh no, is Christmas canceled? William starts to cry. Of course not, William, said their mom. Don't worry. But Santa looks so sad, William sniffles. William, don't you see, Abigail says. We have Santa's cookbook. Abigail and William look at each other. We can save Christmas. It is a real cookbook, whispers Abigail's mother. But Christmas is only 2 days away. There isn't enough time to get the recipe to Santa so he can bake all of those cookies before the big day. Abigail has an idea. If we can't get the recipe to Santa for him to bake the cookies, we're going to have to bake the cookies ourselves, she says. Let's gather the ingredients. We need flour and sugar and elfin chocolate. Elfin chocolate, Abigail's dad interrupts. What in the world is that? Oh no, says William. I guess we can't save Christmas after all. I have an idea, says their mom with a twinkle in her eye. America's Test Kitchen is just down the street. I bet they will know what to do. See, there's Abby, realizing that she has Santa's cookbook. Abby, William, and their mom, and the dad, march into the test kitchen, holding the Kringle family cookbook. We have the cookbook, Abigail yells. We have Santa's cookbook. The test cooks gasp. They had been watching Santa's broadcast as well. We have a plan to save Christmas, but there are some magical ingredients in this recipe that we don't have, William says. We can help, said the cooks. Everyone jumps into the action, and the group works late into the night to recreate Santa's favorite crinkle cookie, the dark chocolate cookie with a white crunchy top that looks like snow. They sing songs and play games to keep themselves awake, all while baking and tasting lots and lots of cookies to make sure that they're just right. As soon as they get the recipe right, they realize they're going to need some help baking enough cookies for all of Santa's family and friends at the North Pole. Luckily, they are in a television studio. Someone turns on the lights, someone presses record, gets the camera set up, and suddenly they are live on the air. Hello, says Abigail. This is an emergency broadcast for all of the kids who heard about Santa's cookbook being lost. We have some exciting news. We have the missing recipe. Watch and we'll show you. Everyone, let's bake these cookies for Santa, pleads William. Bake extra cookies so he can take them home to his Christmas family. Bake them for your family too. As Abigail and William talk to the camera, the test cooks begin baking for the whole world to see. Do you see? They're in the studio. Kind of like Santa's studio right here, except I don't have an oven. I can't bake here in this studio. The news spreads around the world fast. Children all over the world are heading into the kitchen with their families to bake. Together they make and eat. Batch after batch after batch of cookies. They leave some out for Santa to bring home to his family. Everyone goes to sleep on Christmas Eve, exhausted but happy. Oh, do you think what I'm thinking? Santa's not going to get any chocolate chip cookies or other kinds. All the children of the world are going to leave out Santa's crinkle cookies for him to gather up and return to the North Pole with, so he'll have enough gifts. On Christmas Eve, Santa gets ready to make his big journey. The elves, feeling forgotten, they don't help. The reindeer, feeling forgotten, they don't help. Santa loads up the sleigh with all of the toys, alone, one at a time. Do you see him right there? I don't know if that's so nice of them not to help Santa. Ho, ho, ho. At the very first house Santa visits, he sees a plate of cookies left out for him. Even though he feels very sad, he decides maybe a bite of a cookie could cheer him up. What's this? Santa wonders. This tastes just like the cookies my father used to make. It can't possibly be. Santa smiles for the first time in days. Then he notices the note. To Santa, here are some cookies for you to eat now, and some to take back to the North Pole to share. Santa's starting to cheer up, I think. House after house, he finds plates of deep, dark, chocolatey cookies with snow white dusting around the top. Santa is amazed. He is overjoyed. He leaves tiny thank you notes for everyone. At his very last stop, in his very last house, Santa sees a book sitting next to the plate of cookies. Oh my! Aren't these beautiful illustrations? They found my book. Oh, wonderful, he says, and all of a sudden, Santa cheers up. As he flies home, he returns to the North Pole. He can't wait to tell everyone the good news. His sleigh lands and it's filled with little boxes of the favorite cookies that everyone at the North Pole loves. He hugs Mrs. Claus. He hugs the elves, and he hugs the reindeer. I'm sorry I didn't bake cookies for you before Christmas, he says, but I have a surprise. All the children in the world baked cookies for me to share with you. Oh, Santa, Christmas isn't just about the presents, says Mrs. Claus. It's also about being with the people that you love. We saw the kids broadcast live, and we made cookies for you too. Next year, let's make the cookies together, says Santa. From then on, every year, Santa, Mrs. Claus, the reindeer, and the elves take a day off to make cookies together. Santa always saves a few for William and Abigail. And every year, children around the world gather with their families, and together they make special cookies. They share their cookies with neighbors and friends, and they always leave some for Santa too. You see? Santa loves cookies, you know that. Thank you for leaving cookies for Santa. And thank you for leaving treats for the reindeer as well. They love the carrots and the apples that you leave out for Santa and his reindeer. I hope you enjoyed the story. Cookies for Santa. I'll return in a few minutes with a new story.